Welcome. Welcome to day 7 of my tenth combine. I'm just making sure that the microphone is turned up as much as possible. Okay, so what did I do for day 7 of the combine? Well, for one thing, I had something to do this morning, so therefore I wasn't able to be in the market to catch this downtrend, which began at 9:38, and then to catch this uptrend, which began at 10:34. I didn't get into the market until after 12, after around 12:30. So once I saw that, wow, the jerk hot is in the lower mids. We've got white blocks, up blocks, and prime and in are going up. Hey, chance to take a long. So I took that long for $200 and 2 fills for the ES, and at the same time I went in for on the RLM for another $200 on 2 fills. So for today, total of $400, 4 fills, both RLM and the ES, taking a long. So it's very easy with STS to know when you should be taking a position, not because you get these arrows that tells you on the lots, but because of the way the lines form, and knowing the fact that if the jerk doesn't make it into the mids, maybe it's not worth doing it because things would be very flat. As you can see here, a price action was relatively flat, and then of course as in and prime went down color, yeah, that was a downtrend, a retrace, but we're really going up again, and this will continue to go to the upside until the inline turns back down towards the zero. But my usual limit is just $200 of profit per day, and $400 is fine. So I called an end to my production. So basically that's it. Again, we are wonderfully blessed. Many blessings to you. I will just quickly review the trade setup for taking a position, and we will use here, focus on the lot of the ES. So number one in knowing when to take a position is to watch for the prime. The prime here is the solid pink and red line. Watch for the prime. Once the prime crosses through the zero, you ask yourself, is the inline with you? The inline is the dashed pink and red line. So is the inline with you? Especially right here. If the inline is with you, the next question you ask, is the up blocks with you? If you have up blocks, white in color, then the last question to ask is, what's the jerk doing? If the jerk has also an up color, as in this case, then yes, go ahead and take a position. Go ahead and take a position. Now, that was for the long. Let's look at the case for the short. Here is a short that has happened. Again, the very, very basic question to ask first is, has the prime crossed through the zero? Yes, it has. Next question to ask, has the inline also crossed through the zero and going down? Yes, it has. It's already here past the lower narrows. Third thing to ask, do you have down blocks? Yes, you do. You have these black bars below the zero. Yeah, you have down blocks. The last thing to ask, is what's the jerk doing? The jerk took a step down and is in down color. It's got a red color going down, and it's outside the lower mids and nearly going past the lower narrows. So yeah, go ahead and take that short. And so when would be the exit for this short? Well, the exit for this short would be when prime goes back up through the zero. Or you can say when jerk turns the up color. So yeah, you could exit here. That's fine and good. Or you can wait until to exit right here when prime goes back up through the zero. Now, when would you have exited the long if you were to take this long? If you were to take this long, the place to exit would be right here. Again, when prime crosses down through the zero, or you could exit here as the inline crosses down through the zero. But you don't necessarily have to exit at all, because the jerk is still the up color, and here as prime crossed down through the zero, the jerk is going up. So just plain stay in, and you won't get out until possibly prime crossing back down through the zero again. So essentially that's the lot trading plan that I use in order to make this profit, except I get out early because $200 per day is my target, and I'm over that already. Now let's look at if you were to trade the hot. If you were to trade the hot, you've got the same basic criteria, except it's a little more involved, because as you could see here, once prime crossed down through the zero, jerk is still above the upper mids. Jerk is still above the upper mids. It's not good to take a position until jerk enters the mids if you're trading the hot chart. So if you're trading the hot chart, you gotta wait until the jerk enters into the mids. And right here is where I would take a position, because everybody is the down color. You've got the jerk going down in the mids now, the prime going down, the inline going down. Yeah, so go take a short. And I would stay in that short until right about until here, when either I get the white blocks, which would be fine, I'd get out, or when the inline goes back up through the zero, I'd get out, or when the prime goes back up to the zero, I'd get out. But then again, there is some more down to go. So you would have taken that short, and got out as you got the white blocks and as the inline bounces up above the zero. And you may possibly take a long. Yep. As prime goes through the zero again, you got the inline in the right direction. The only gotcha is the jerk is still outside the lower mids, so I'd wait until it gets into the mids before I take that long. That's if you were to trade the hot. But I'm a lot trader, so I trade the lot. So blessings to you, and take care. 1 minute.